Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Waking Up with Waffles, the series where we get up early in the morning and stream and play games. It is everyone's favorite day, Monday, where we have to get up and go to work and do all the things we don't want to do. So my goal is to make it a little less painful by streaming in the morning and having a good time with y'all. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining me. We are going to continue hell diving today. It's been a little while since we've done some hell diving, so very excited to do that. Let's turn the sound up just a smidge. Well, maybe. There we go. No. There we go. Okay, so we got our planet. We are taking on the bots since we just completed. We won our mission to take out the bugs, so we have made a little bit of progress on that, and now we have to take out some bots because we need to level the playing field a little bit. As always, we're going to go with my favorite bot slaying build, which is a jump pack and the laser cannon, and then some other stuff to take out some bots, such as the anti-tank emplacement. And then we get one freebie for whatever we want, which is usually the laser, just in case things really truly do hit the fan. Down we go. I'll tell you, I've been so tempted. I found a company that fully prints and paints a Helldivers cosplay, and I'm really tempted to jump on that. That and the, I know I've talked about the Doom stuff before. Doom's got some really tempting stuff. They put up some wall banners, a wearable helmet, a whole Xbox console that's going to be Doom themed, Doom controllers. So much cool Doom stuff. Fed Artist, welcome in. Hello, good morning. How are you doing today? Okay, so we landed right next to a jammer. That's not good. I also have the wrong weapon selected. I forgot that I had taken off my crossbow, so we are in a bad shape here. This is a bad position to be in. That's okay. We will endure. We will overcome. Does not look like we can escape that jammer, so we're just going in there. We're going in there with nothing, I guess. We're gonna try and take that jammer out. Truly like a man, I guess. Well, maybe we can get over here. Maybe if we go over this way, I can at least call in my sub-weapons if we go far enough over here. Having the jump jet would definitely help that I could jump up in there and just quickly snag it and then get out. Don't upset the bots. Oh, there's all sorts of bots. And apparently we're in range of other things. This was the worst landing I've ever had. Terrible landing, terrible landing. Come on. Get out of range of the jammer. There we go. Run, dude, run! Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. We need to get rid of this jammer. We need to get rid of these explosives. This is just a terrible, terrible landing. Where is that artillery at? I think it's over there. So one thing at a time. Let's handle the stratagem jammer, and then let's handle the artillery. And people are split. Yep, this is just terrible all around. But I saw one. There was one bruiser up here, one Hulk. So luckily with the call-in just happening, we should be able to sneak into here pretty easily and take this down without a call-in, without a bunch of extras happening. So we might be able to just sneak this guy down and out. Good morning, everyone. How is it going? If y'all are Helldivers, I just posted on my channel, the first video up there is the D.I.V.E Exam. One of my favorite things when playing old school games like Fallout, Elder Scrolls is the quiz you have to take like right at the beginning of the game. So I put up a quiz that's a lot like those quiz for Helldivers because I really enjoy taking those quiz and finding out like what kind of character you are, or, like what kind of character you're making. I really like those personality quizzes, and I really miss like in the early 2000s, everything was a quiz, right? There was all sorts of like quizzes that people would put up just for fun. I really enjoyed those, so I made a quiz for Helldivers because I really enjoyed those old quizzes. So if you're into that sort of thing, on my main channel there is a quiz for you to take to find out what kind of Helldiver you are based on the Helldiver classes that we are getting in the board game, which will hopefully be coming out soon. I have kickstarted it out. I am all about that board game life. Oh, there's a barrage coming. Run. Let's blast this thing. Stand out of way of barrage. Ooh. Get lucky that that missile just barely went right by me. I miss the quizzes from the early 2000s. That was one of my favorite things. Everyone had like these quizzes, like when Facebook was big, right? All the Facebook quizzes to find out what kind of cheese are you? What kind of friend is your friend? All those little funny quizzes were some of my absolute favorite things to do online. I super miss the day and age of all those quizzes. I know that like there's the Henry Stickmin collection, which is like based on all the old Flash games back in the day. I would love if someone did that for Steam. Like here's a collection of 10,000 of those quizzes. Like the Impossible quiz was always a super fun one when you were bored, and like Tank Wars was super fun back in the day too. Like there were so many good, just absolutely random things to do on Flash games and all those sort of things. Okay, we are low on supplies. They've already done the objective. We have managed to outmaneuver some of the enemies, so let's find a safe place to resupply. We are low on supplies, and stims especially. This dude does not know when to give up. He's been chasing me and shooting at me for like half an hour. Alright, problem solved. We have solved, well, we solved that problem. Here comes the next problem. I really wish I had brought the right weapon. If I had my crossbow, this would definitely be a lot easier. This is why I never take the crossbow off, because I forget to put it back on, and then I'm stuck with a one-handed pummeler while I'm trying to take on swarms of enemies, and it just does not work. Why are there so many Hulks? So many Hulks this match.
Activating jump pack.
Nice. I can't believe we survived that, to be honest. I'm kind of honestly shocked that we made it through this without dying. I know I'm going to regret saying that because I'm out of stims and the supplies are all the way back there with all the enemies. So, you know, we're in some real trouble now. Oh, nice. Last one. Perfect timing. Look at that. What is this guy doing? Yes, we are doing Helldivers 2 today. One of my absolute favorite games of all time. I do have another game to play. The first time actually a company has sent me a key to review a game, which That's kind of really cool. I've never had a company send me a game key before for a game called Portal Fantasy that looks like it's like some sort of 8-bit-ish retro Pokemon clone. But I don't know really much about the game, and while I assume that it's family friendly and doesn't have anything too rough in it, I want to play it first, and then I will maybe stream it and play it on stream once I make sure that it's okay and there's nothing too bad in it. But that'll be really cool to get to do a review of a game that a random company sent me asking me to do a review of. I've never had that before, so it's kind of a really cool experience. Also in relevant news today, woke up to the Pope has passed away in the middle of the night. Like, how fitting for the Pope to pass away on Easter, but it definitely makes me afraid for the future. I know that a lot of people didn't like Pope Francis. I loved Pope Francis. I loved all that he stood for, what he taught. And I'm really nervous that the next Pope that they bring in is just going to try and undo everything that Pope Francis had been preaching and trying to bring about. So I'm really nervous about who the next Pope is going to be. A lot of people say it's going to be, there's a Italian priest named Pizzaballa, which is just the most Italian name ever, who seems to be in the front running line to be the next Pope. So I think it'd be funny to have someone named Pope Pizzaball, but also like I said, I don't want a super rad trad Pope. I want someone to continue the compassion and love that Pope Francis has been teaching and preaching for so long. So it's going to be a weird couple weeks as we go through the process of getting the next Pope and doing that whole thing. Who knows what's to come, but hopefully we get another Pope like Francis, because he has been a simply amazing teacher to everyone. And I just don't want a super rad trad to come in and undo that and push the church closer to, like, it's time for crusades, and we dislike anyone who doesn't speak in Latin, and we are a very closed community who doesn't want certain people in here, and I just don't want to see the church go back to that, you know? So we will see what happens, but it's going to be a long few weeks as they sort out who's going to be the next Pope and take over that office. I also think it is wonderful that his last act as Pope was he got to celebrate Easter, and he got to J.D. Vance, the vice president, went out to do a surprise visit to the Pope, and the Pope denied seeing him, and said that you don't have enough compassion for your fellow man, so I'm not going to see you, and completely taught him a lesson in humility, which was wonderful. Then Easter morning, he said, look, it's Easter. I will let you come in and we will have a small meeting as kind of like a little act of mercy. And that was like the last lesson that the Pope gave us, which was just absolutely beautiful and wonderful. So I'm very glad that the Pope got to accomplish that before passing on. So still not the greatest news in the world to wake up to, you know? Pope Francis will be very missed. Oh, that's not good. I walked right into that. These bots seem a little slower than regular bots. Like, these guys are just letting me, like, walk up to them and demolish them, so... it's level 10. Like, I chose a level 10. I'm on a level 10. I don't know why they're being so passive, but, you know, I'm not complaining. I don't mind that they're letting me just sit here and melt them. Like, melt them a whole lot.
Engaging terminal.
All right. This mission's actually going pretty smooth. I know I'm going to regret saying that, because every time you say that out loud, you know, things hit the fan, but this is going surprisingly surprisingly smooth so far. Look at us go. I really need stims though. We are low on stims. I could really use a stim right now. And a real weapon. Give me back my crossbow. The pummeler just does not slap on the box, you know? Like, it just took a clip and a half to... Oh, that guy set that bomb already. We're running. We almost just got exploded from not paying attention. That was too close for comfort. Grab the samples for people who might need them still. Someone's calling in a resupply, which we desperately need, so I will take that. Let's melt this guy. Nice. Melted. I'll take my measly 2 stims. Come on. There we go. Just gotta aim a little bit better. And down goes the first person. That actually took quite a while to lose someone. And he left as soon as... Well, you died once and left? Dude, this is Helldivers. Like, what was that? Ooh, nice. That barrage took him down. I also saw a really interesting game that I kind of want to buy the book to. Like, I usually don't buy new TTRPG books because I never really have time to play Dungeons and Dragons with people, especially in real life. But someone was talking about this game, and I want to say that it was called Beef Stew. Don't hold me to that. It might be called something different, but I think it was called Beef Stew. And it looked like a really interesting way to play a Dungeons and Dragons session, because it's focused on what happens after the story. It's focused on retirement. And so the way it works is your character, you choose a class, like you're a level 20 paladin, for example. So you choose your paladin class, and you get abilities for being a paladin. But the thing is, once you use one of those abilities, that ability is gone forever. And instead, you replace that with an ability that you get for a town thing, like blacksmithing or farming or something that's that shows like your townsfolk. And it's about using the last of your adventuring abilities to solve problems and then becoming a better farmer or a better cook or a better whatever your in-town ability is. I thought it was like a really interesting way like to show the passing from adventuring into being just a commoner. So I'm really excited to try it, honestly. This reminds me of Nam. A lot of people called Malevolent Creek Space Vietnam, and for good reason. When we were all fresh new Helldivers and had no idea what we were doing, there was definitely a lot of problems landing on Malevolent Creek. Luckily, we have gotten better. We have gotten way better at helldiving. All right, we cleared that out. Let's go do the main mission, I guess. Not to mention we have much better weapons. Super Earth has made much better weapons for us since the Malevolent Creek incident. I do have a physical cape though. I have a cape that goes in real life that I can wear based on the Malevolent Creek memorial cape. So I do have a cape to honor those fallen on Malevolent Creek. I do hope that we get the review bombing cape someday too. I like all the different capes. So I'd really cool to see that cape come. All right, what do we got here? Escort citizens to safety. They're going there. This is gonna crush a civilian. I just know it. They're coming through us in the exact wrong spot. A civilian's gonna get crushed by that, aren't they? That was so close. That was way too close. How can I Oh, there we go. I was like, how can I blow that up without blowing up the civilian? But we did it. We managed to do it. So we got really lucky on that one. We did not melt a civilian on accident. I do love it. Gives you a negative if you melt a civilian, you get minus 50 requisition slips, which in the grand scheme of things, like when you get paid 10,000 requisition slips for a mission, like it shows you just how little Super Earth cares about its people. A scientist's life is only worth 50 requisition slips, like basically nothing. I love the satire of this game. I love how they treat people. All right, let's melt all these guys. You know, we've almost finished this match, and no, we're actually, I was gonna say we should use the laser cannon since we haven't used it yet, but we've still got a mega fortress to take out, I guess, so we will save it. Ooh. All right, let's everything's basically being taken care of. We're just standing here doing not a whole lot. Let's melt this guy, I guess. That's the only thing we can do. We can melt Hulks. Y'all are very quiet this morning. Is it just y'all waking up? Am I just background noise for y'all? Not gonna take offense if I'm background noise. I made a video yesterday. I put up with no hashtags. I thought if I make a video with no hashtag, then it will only go out to my followers, and I can ask my followers a question. And I wanted to ask about like what you guys want to see more of, what kind of videos you guys want to see more of. And for some reason, the algorithm decided, oh, this video with no hashtags, this is the perfect video to send out to everyone who's not following you. So I ended up getting a bunch of new followers, so hello all the new followers from that, but also, like, I hate trying to figure out the algorithm, like, trying to figure out what videos go to what audience and why is just such a huge, like, pain. I do not know how anyone figures out how the algorithm works. I don't think anyone truly knows how the algorithm works, not even, like, YouTube themselves. I feel like half the time when I ask them questions about how things work, they don't know, or it's like, oh, well, you know, it's complex. We're based off of a lot of different things. It's okay, that's not really an answer. If you don't know, you can just say you don't know, but it kind of feels like that's what you're saying is that you don't know. So frustrating. Anyway, so we got some new people, so welcome in all the new people who are hanging out because of that video, and welcome in all the other people, all the lurkers who like to hang out. This has always been my goal. We stream early on Monday morning before we all have to go to work to make the day just a little bit better before we have to go, oh, the drudgery of daily work, daily job. All right, there's the fortress. Let's go now. We haven't used our laser cannon yet, so we're gonna use the orbital laser to knock out that fortress real easy, and we're gonna get out of here fast and easy, just how we like to have the missions. After doing so many bug missions lately with the Predator strain, it's nice to have something that's a little more on the chill side, because lately missions have not been chill when you're dealing with the bugs that can run 100 miles per hour stealth and find you no matter where you're at on the map, you know? And I think we just had a call in there, so it doesn't look like the fortress is going to be able to call anyone in. So this might be a really easy win here. Sean Graves, good morning. How's it going this morning?
Requesting orbital.
Let's throw that orbital up there. Let's clear out some of these mines. Blow everything up. This is almost going too smoothly. This is about the time where I say that things are easy, too easy, or something's gonna go wrong, because like this is too easy. As the game glitches, the ultimate final boss having to deal with a game crash. I'm doing good this morning. I've been talking a little bit already. It's mostly a good morning. Unfortunately, we got news that the Pope passed away today, and that is some very depressing news. But Easter just happened. Easter is a wonderful time of forgiveness and revival and hope. And I'm really I had a really good Easter, so I'm really looking forward to the next Pope. I'm looking forward to all these next chapters. Ooh, we just got exploded. I'm not looking forward to this work week. I just need a vacation. Oh, first death. I took a vacation day because I just really needed to go get out in the sun and take some photos and spend some time out in nature, but it wasn't enough. I really need to take like 3 or 4 days off and go. Our favorite place to go is Wolf Creek, which is this old hotel in Oregon out in the middle of nowhere. And I really just need that. I need to go out into the middle of nowhere and just be in the nothingness for a while and relax and recharge. Say hi to Melinda Davis. Hello, Melinda. How's it going? So I'm really feeling the burnout, but my job's not that bad, so it's not terrible or anything. It's just I feel like I've been sitting in that office forever, and although the weather is nicer, I want to go take photos and go on hikes and explore and all that sort of thing. It's a nice day. You don't want to be sitting in an office staring out the window. You want to be experiencing it. So that's where I'm at. All right, we got our vengeance. Did someone find? Yep, we found the thing we need. So let's get out of here. Off we go. In and out, nice and easy. We rescued the scientists. We completed the whole map. We got the samples. What more could we ask for? Let's see if we can hit this guy from here. Kobe. Is that still cool? Do kids still yell Kobe before throwing things? Or is that fallen out of fashion? Nice. We hit him. Look at that. I'm also trying to find, it's been a huge pain in the butt. I'm trying to find a hobby that I enjoy that is not screen related. Because, I make content, I do photos, I edit photos, I make videos, I edit videos. Like, that all involves the computer screen. So I'm trying to find a hobby that is not electronic in any way for being able to just sit away from screens and enjoy life that way. Now, I've yet to find one that I enjoy, so I'm going on a journey to find a screen-free hobby that I can just sit and enjoy. Office Space in real life. Office Space is my favorite movie to watch. For some reason, I don't know how this trend started, but whenever I'm feeling sick, I turn on Office Space because inevitably, if I turn on Office Space, I'm going to fall asleep within like an hour. It's that perfect comfort of I need to fall asleep, so I'm putting on something familiar, and Office Space just does it for me. Good morning, Bubble. For the longest time, I'd never actually seen the ending to Office Space because I only watch it when I'm sick and not feeling when I always fell asleep. So one time I had to actually just watch the movie so I could see how it ended because I'd never seen how the movie had ended. How's it going, Bubble? We're also excited to try 7-Up has a new flavor out today. For summer, it is a watermelon flavored soda, so I'm excited to try a sugar-free watermelon soda. Yep, that tastes like watermelon. I don't know what I was expecting. It kind of tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher, honestly. Office Space is that comfort show, and like if I need something else, like I'm just gonna be laying on, like when I was recovering from surgery, like I'm just laying down for a while. Futurama. There's never a bad time to do another watch of Futurama. I will sit down and do a watch through of Futurama anytime, except for season 1. I have found myself saying I've watched it so many times I'm okay skipping season 1 now. I've watched enough that I don't need season 1. But Futurama is a solid, we're going to watch through this again all the way through sort of series. Very excited to see what they do with the King of the Hill revival is coming here soon. People have been talking a big amount about the King of the Hill revival, so I'm excited to see what they do with that. and I'm getting through Freyrin for the first time. And no joke, I think Freyrin is my favorite anime of all time. I think Freyrin is the best anime ever made. The music, the story, the animation, everything about it is absolutely amazing. I'm so excited that I finally came to watch that, because it's better than Full Metal Alchemist, and Full Metal Alchemist is on the IMDb top 100 TV shows of all time. I think it sits like around number 15 or 14. Like it has been dethroned. Freyrin is the best anime ever made, hands down. I'm actually on the fence about this one. Hirokoshi just released the first episode of his My Hero Academia spinoff, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and I'm not sure if I want to watch it. I was excited to watch it because I love My Hero Academia. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy My Hero Academia, but like last time we talked about Hirokoshi, we were talking about how like Invisible Girl didn't need to be naked all the time, and how it was kind of really creepy the way he handled that, and like the art he did of her naked for one, like it's really creepy and rubbed me the wrong way. And in My Hero Academia Vigilantes, one of the main characters is like a idol pop, and she wears a really revealing outfit. And I haven't watched it, and I haven't read the manga, so this is all hearsay, but a lot of people are telling me that he gives way too much details to her butt cheeks of, you know, like a 15-year-old girl. And again, it's just like, it seems so wholly unnecessary and creepy that I don't know if I want to watch it. Like, it's, again, this is all hearsay, so maybe it's not as bad as the internet's making it out to be. But, oh, well, goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. But if it's going to be a weird fetishy show, you know, I just don't know if I want to invest the time in it. I'm also mad because I've heard he's doing more My Hero Academia, that people were still complaining about the ending, so now he's making another chapter after it ended already. And it's one of those things where, like, I don't want to watch the show. It ended. Like, I wanted to just see the ending. I don't want to go on forever. I don't want it to be One Piece. So I'm really skeptical of what he's doing now. I do that with Family Guy, but I start with season 4. The first 3 are a bit cringe. It's weird that you say that, because a lot of people, there are a lot of true fans who consider the first 4 seasons of Family Guy to be the legit only seasons of Family Guy. Because after season 3 or season 4, I think it's after season 4 is when they got canceled for the first time. And so, like, seasons 1 through 4 are considered to be classic Family Guy, and then seasons 5 on are considered to be like the rebirth, where the show started going downhill. In the same way that there's people who consider like only the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons to be good Simpsons, and everything else is just bad. So it's interesting that you say you skip the first 3 seasons, because there's so many people who think the first 3 seasons are the only good Family Guy seasons. There doesn't need to be that much attention to butt cheeks with a 25-year-old, let alone 15. Yeah, that's what I'm really worried about. And I get that they're trying to hide behind the excuse of, oh, well, she's a pop idol, and, you know, her costume is based off of another hero, because Hirokoshi draws a lot of influence from other heroes and, like, other comic books, and, like, those are all excuses. Those are all excuses. You don't have to draw that much detail, and you could give her tights, like, boom. I just solved the problem in a matter of seconds. You couldn't think that maybe she should wear tights, and maybe I don't need to put that much detail on here? Like, you really couldn't figure that out? Like, come on, dude. It's the thing with Mirio's hair all over again. You know, Mirio's clothes fall off of him because of his quirk, but the quirk scientists figure out how to make his stuff not, but they couldn't do it for Invisible Girl? Like, come on, dude. Come on. I am really excited to also start watching, I've heard Apothecary Diaries is really popular right now, and really good. So I am excited to try that one as well. You know what we haven't done in a while? We have not used a mech. Let's bring a mech. We haven't done that in a while. Let's bring our mech. I feel like they weren't sure how the characters were going together and how they would blend. Like Inishu, the first season was awkward because of that, but by the fourth they hit their stride. Okay, but is modern Family Guy good? Like, do you think the episodes that they are churning out right now are as good as the episodes they put out in season 4? Because I definitely feel that Family Guy has gone downhill. I couldn't tell you, I couldn't pinpoint the exact moment. I couldn't tell you the episode that it went downhill, but I definitely feel like they have gone downhill to some degree. And it's not just them, right? I think South Park has gone downhill. I think The Simpsons has definitely gone downhill. Family Guy went downhill. The Futurama reboot was terrible. Mateo, you want a shout out? Okay. Shout out to Mateo. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello. I am nervous for the King of the Hill revival for that exact reason. Is like all these other shows have gone so meh that I don't trust that they're gonna do the King of the Hill revival good with how meh it has been lately. All right, hopefully that barrage takes some of those dudes down. Thank you for the subscribe, and thanks for hanging out. Glad to have you, Mateo. All right, let's grab that. Oh, I just put that in the most terrible spot, didn't I? Oh, this is chaos. This is absolute chaos to start with. There is just absolute chaos in the world right now. We are in real trouble. We're getting ragdolled everywhere. Holy cow. All right, one enemy at a time. Let's take these guys out. Hopefully they can handle the walker because I'm taking out the anti-air stuff. Okay. I'm surprised we made it through that. Now we gotta take care of the artillery. There we go. Beavis and Butthead's record was amazing. That is one I missed out on, unfortunately. My parents, of course, for good reason, never let us watch Beavis and Butthead. So I never saw Beavis and Butthead, but I heard that it had a pretty good run. I feel like in Family Guy now, every 8th episode is a banger and the rest are subpar, where the past seasons they may have had 1 or 2 episodes that were meh. Well, it's all different staff now, right? Like that probably plays a huge part in it, in that you know, all the original people who were doing Family Guy are no longer there. It's all new writing staff. So I imagine once you've lost so many of the original writers and the people who had, you know, passion for the show and the comedy and all that, I imagine that once all that's gone, like it's gone. So, all right, let's get our walker in here, because I see we've got some striders coming, so let's get some missiles going. They better not mess up the King of the Hill. I just finished watching King of the Hill come through, so yes, they better not mess it up. They also better not mess up. There's a big rumor going around today that the Oblivion remake is coming out today. That they just announced like the Oblivion remake, and they're going to launch it that fast that it's going to come out. So they better not mess up the Oblivion remake, because I am very hyped for the Oblivion remake, and I'm just hyped for Elder Scrolls. It's been so long since we had Elder Scrolls content, right? They've been milking the Elder Scrolls Skyrim for far too long now, so I am excited for some new Elder Scrolls content. So they better not mess that one up. Oh, it blew my arm off. Wow, that was terrible. I'm really hyped for the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake. That better come out today, and it better be good. I'm really hyped for it. The only thing that would hype me more, honestly, is if they did Morrowind. I feel like Morrowind does not get enough love. It's old, it's janky. By today's standards, it's boring. But when Morrowind came out, it was truly a magical experience. All right, are the factory striders down? Did we take care of them? No, we did not take care of them all. No, we did not. Woo, that guy jump scared me. Turn faster, turret. Turn faster. I can't believe we lived through that. And that. Okay, that got us. We had a lot of luck there. I don't know how we had so much luck surviving, but we are in the kill zone right now. Okay, let's go do some objectives and get our gear back. Come on, aim. There we go. I hope that since we're in a remaking mood, right? Everyone's remaking things now. I hope that we get some good remakes of like Gargoyles. I'd love to see Gargoyles come back. I would love to see those old Saturday morning cartoons that existed for the purpose of selling toys. Like now that they figured out that making a good TV show will sell toys, that they just don't have to be a giant advertisement. I would love to see them bring back some of the old TV shows. Gargoyles is one of them. Biker Mice from Mars. I absolutely loved that as a kid. I'd love to see that. Thundercats. Love to see Thundercats reborn. Like, someone once made a post on Reddit, and I couldn't agree more with this. Like, stop remaking good movies. I want to see you remake the bad movies. Movies that had, like, a good concept, but were just done terribly. Like, I want to see you remake those. Like, take the TV shows that were wasted opportunities and give us that rather than remaking shows that were already good. You know, King of the Hill was already solid. There truly is not a need to remake it. A reboot maybe, but it was already such a solid show that there's not really a solid need for a remake. But there's plenty of shows that were done terribly that wasted so much potential that having a remake could potentially give us a golden gem, you know? So give us that. Take the things that did terribly and give them new life rather than giving new life to the shows that already had new life. Like Lord of the Rings. There's no reason to make another Lord of the Rings movie or another Lord of the Rings spinoff, right? That movie, that series, everything about it is darn near perfect. There's no point in making another one of those. However, I could think of 1,000 horror movies that had great potential and were wasted with bad acting and, well, so many other things that plague the industry of horror movies. So give us that. Same thing with Disney. Stop giving us live action remakes. No one asked for the Snow White remake, and I don't think anyone enjoyed it. I haven't watched it, but I've heard nothing but complaints about the Snow White remake. Why did we get a remake of that? The only one I'm going to give maybe a pass to is Lilo and Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch. I've always loved Lilo and Stitch. So I'm excited to see, you know, it be remade and brought back into public eye, but something tells me that it's not going to be good. I don't think they're going to do Lilo and Stitch the justice that it deserves. So that's going to be a waste too. The same thing with Mulan. Like they messed up Mulan so bad. They missed the entire purpose of Mulan with the Mulan remake, right? Like, the whole point of Mulan was that she wasn't born anything special and she became something special through hard work and dedication. And then when they made the live action remake, they just made her the chosen one. And it's like, you completely ruined the whole point of Mulan. Not to mention, like, the other whole point of Mulan was the amazing soundtrack, and you got rid of that. So like, how can you mess up Mulan so bad? I was so mad with the live action Mulan. If you can't tell, Mulan's my favorite Disney movie, so I was very bitter with how they treated Mulan. I also saw someone post, and I felt this one in my soul. I love The Land Before Time, which traumatizing set of movies for kids. The first episode, the first movie in the series with Littlefoot and his parents, like, it's so much traumatizing in there. Did anyone else who watched that back in the show, anyone who watched that show back in the day, did anyone else feel like the tree stars looked super delicious? Like it was a leaf. That leaf had no business looking so delicious, but as a kid, I could not tell you how many times I wanted to eat a tree star because they made that leaf look so good.
I got the terminal.
I feel like The Land Before Time is also an example of a show that should have stopped when they were ahead. Like 1 was good, 2 was good, 3 was good, and we're on The Land Before Time like 25. Like at some point, they're going to catch up. It's no longer going to be The Land Before Time because time will have started because they have made so many of those. I feel like they definitely should have quit while they were ahead on The Land Before Time as well. I haven't seen the newer ones, but I have to assume The Land Before Time 25 is not nearly as good as The Land Before Time 1 or 2. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should go watch it before I say anything, but I got a gut feeling that there's no way that they can make 25 good Land Before Times. I feel like that's just common sense. Ooh, this is a pretty rough call in here. Let's get my exosuit. We need the help of the exosuit, I think. All right, we're problem solving. The mech is a whole lot of fun. I can't say that it's super effective, but it's fun. And some days that's all that matters, right? Some days all that matters is, are you having fun? And the mech is a lot of fun as they blow everything up. I could really use my laser cannon to knock that dude out of the air. The doctor's in. Hello, doctor. Kiddo had a dinosaur book. I'm reading it to him. They make many things written as absolute fact. Like, how did they know this? I know a lot of the Dino Kids book. Do they have the feathers? Because it seems like a lot of dinosaur books are trying to go full in on the all dinosaurs had feathers. And correcting all of our stuff that said that, they looked like giant lizards. So I'm really curious if your books have the dinosaurs with feathers or not. All right, let's knock these guys out of the air. They've been in the air too long. I wish my real doctor would come hang out in my chat. I haven't seen him in forever, and I need help, doctor. How's it going this morning? All right, that was one really hard run there. We got through it though, so we lost a few Helldivers. Giant Birds Jurassic Park remake coming. I think Jurassic Park is done. I do not know why they continue to insist to make Jurassic Parks. I don't know why we have so many Jurassic Parks. Like, how many times, realistically, how many times can you do the story of, we brought the dinosaurs back to life, but don't worry, There's no way that something can go wrong. Oh no, something went wrong. Like, how many times realistically can you do that story before it just doesn't become realistic anymore? Before people are like, no, there's no way we are not investing in the Jurassic Park anymore because something is going to go wrong, because something always goes wrong. Like, I feel like after the second one, people should be like, no, you're not going to make Jurassic Park again because we already know how this story ends. We already know something's going to go wrong. You say that nothing can go wrong, but something's going to go wrong. Like, that's just how it works. What is that guy doing? Well, I know that you don't want the smoke, but we're just getting the objective done. We really don't need to maximize this, do we? Like, come on now. Gotta watch name the new Jurassic Park, new old dinos. Speaking of dinosaur movies that were good, another one that was really good, We're Back, the Dinosaur Story. I always loved that as a kid. That was a really good dinosaur movie. Would you want a movie where nothing goes wrong? It's just a film at the Family Dino Zoo. I mean, they could probably make that interesting if they did it like in the style of like a David Attenborough film, like one of the Earth movies. I feel like they could probably do a movie like that and make it interesting and good. I feel like it's doable. Okay, we didn't put a smoke in there, but like, we spent all this time getting hurt and using resources. Like, was it really worth skipping the smoke when half the time we're not even going to use this? Like, I don't know about that strategy, Chief. I don't know that you made the best decision there. All right, let's grab some supplies. You know, it was a great dinosaur movie? I'm trying to think of great dinosaur movies.
Requesting tac pack.
Not the old dinosaur, do you remember that sitcom Dinos with the really hideous, like, dinosaur puppet things? That was awful. That one was... It also had like one of the grimmest endings in all of TV. Speaking of, I saw this Reddit thread yesterday. I'm really excited to make a video to talk more in depth about this. It was a really interesting Reddit thread someone made yesterday about, tell me about like TV shows or fictional characters, any fictional character that has had a real life impact. Like, because that fictional character was made, something happened in real life, like the butterfly effect. And there were so many truly like interesting examples people were giving. Like the first most obvious one that like came to mind was Slender Man, because of the whole Slender Man creepypasta. You had that incident where those girls stabbed that one girl like 19 times. Oh, hello there, Tank. How did I live? That tank just landed right on me. So like Slender Man was a big incident like that. Another example that was really interesting, of course, like because Pikachu or Sonic exist, you've got the whole Chris Chan situation. There was a guy from Taiwan who stopped a knife attack because he had been watching Frieren and wasn't so inspired by Himmel the Hero that he decided he wanted to go stop the knife attack because of Himmel the Hero. So like, it's really interesting to see the those effects, that because someone made this fictional character and someone else watched this fictional character, real life has forever been altered because of it. I think it's like a really interesting rabbit hole to go down. You know, how many people have done like workouts or tried to better their bodies so that they could look like Goku to become like the ultimate Super Saiyan? Like, there's so many interesting stories of people's lives being altered because of fictional characters. So that Reddit thread is a really good one, a really big rabbit hole to go down if you've got some time. There's definitely a whole lot to see in that. Let's see. You know what? This might be a good place for the anti-tank emplacement. We got a couple turrets we could take down from here. Oh, hello there. Dragon Ball Z life. All right, unpopular opinion time. Since everyone loves when it's unpopular opinion time, I really don't think Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are that good of animes. Like, I appreciate what they did for anime in general and like the shonen series. Like, they definitely helped push anime forward, but I really don't think that I don't think it's that good of an anime. Boom. Goodbye.
Requesting air support.
I'm singing the theme song right now for Land of the Lost. I will say though, like, speaking of, you know, fictional characters and media, I think a lot of people forget when we're watching Dragon Ball Z, like, there was a time before people knew that like Goku would transform, right? Like, when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time on TV, like, what an experience. Like, no one knew that was going to happen. Like, that was a cultural moment in time, like the first real transformation. Like, I think Sailor Moon technically came before it, and then of course you had like the transformations from Super Saiyaman or Saiyaman, which became Power Rangers. Like, people had known those sort of things existed, but like Goku transforming for the first time, I think, was a cultural moment for so many people. So like, I respect what Dragon Ball has done, but exactly, there's just better anime now. It's kind of like the Beatles. I don't like the Beatles. I think the Beatles music is boring and terrible, but I can still respect that they influenced the music industry forever. They inspired people. Like, they did good things for the musical community, but I don't think their music's good. The Beatles have to be the most overrated band in all of history, no doubt. Aim right for his eye, and goodbye. Alright, so we got 2 more fabricators, and my favorite Transformers were the Beast Wars transformations, where Optimus Prime turned into like a gorilla. I always thought like the Beast Wars was way cooler than the regular Transformers. Like, maybe it's just because I wasn't like I wasn't a car kid, like I wasn't super into cars, so the Beast Wars and the dinosaurs were way cooler to see the transformations of. I don't know, I wasn't a huge Transformers person. Maybe I just didn't like Transformers. Like, I wasn't a huge... I saw the worst shirt was the DBZ Fusion pose, but it was a little girl, the little girl and dog from Full Metal Alchemist. I've seen that before. I like that one. I think, okay, next unpopular opinion time. The little girl scene is super sad. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is super sad. I feel like people overblow how traumatic and sad that scene is, though, simply because it's a dog involved. Like, if it was like just Shao Tucker's daughter and Shao Tucker had like another daughter, I feel like people wouldn't care nearly as much. It's just because he involved a dog. I feel like it gets way too much of like a reputation for that. And there's certainly scenes in anime that are way more messed up now. One Punch Man and Dragon Ball fans have done irreversible damage to the concept of power scaling for some reason. You can't escape a discussion without Saitama being brought up. Power scaling conversations ultimately, I mean, they're fun. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy a good power scaling conversation, but we know that they're ultimately pointless, right? Like there's almost no point to doing a power scaling conversation. But yeah, like Saitama doesn't deserve to be in the conversation because like that's his whole thing, right? Like he just beats everyone in one punch. There's no point in bringing him to the conversation because it becomes like kids playing a playground game, right? Like, I'm going to use my super invulnerability shield. Okay, but I'm using my super punch +1 that breaks invulnerable shields. Nuh-uh, because I have this potion that makes me immune to your super punch. Like, it's just playground fighting. Don't get me wrong, it's still fun to have the conversations, but yeah, at a certain point when you bring up Goku and Saitama, like, there's no point in bringing up those characters. And Luffy is honestly becoming a part of that too, even though I don't follow One Piece. Didn't like the most recent Luffy transformation make him like literally a cartoon character? Like he has Toon Force abilities, which are also like super massively overpowered. So like I feel like One Piece has lost the plot like 10,000 episodes ago. He's literally a cartoon character now. It's so dumb, and it looks so dumb. Certified One Piece hater here, but it's the dumbest transformation I've seen in a long time. Oh, they dropped in a second one. Hello again. All right, let's see if we can hit him in the eye. We missed. That's not good. There we go. Let's try and clear out some of these guys. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, we're in trouble. I need stems. Very, very bad. It's like Bugs Bunny, right? Like, realistically, I don't think any character could actually defeat Bugs Bunny because he has like that cartoon power is so powerful that Bugs Bunny wins because Bugs Bunny wants to win, right? Like there's no defeating a cartoon character if they have the Toon Force active. Oh, hello, another Factory Strider. Wow, they really don't want us to win here, do they? Did anyone watch WrestleMania last night? I did not watch WrestleMania last night. I missed out. What did I miss? Well, I heard didn't they just acquire another? I heard some wrestling news that they like acquired another wrestling group, like AAA or AEW or something. All right, knock that guy out of the sky. Blow that up. Take out these guys. Come on, mech. Another Factory Strider? That's like the 4th Factory Strider they threw on us. How many do they want to throw at us? Oh, I fell down the hole. I lived! I think. No? No, I did not. The Cena fight was okay. I'm really glad Tokyo Ghoul has been brought to DVD. It has opened the floodgates to anime fans wanting characters that do not belong. I cannot stand Dead by Daylight. That is the most toxic, hateful community I have ever played a video game in. Like, no joke. It is terrible. I do not know how anyone stands the Dead by Daylight community. No, I just gotta press one button. Let me press the button. I just want to press the button. Leave me alone. Let me press it. There we go. Stone Cold ran into a fan on his four-wheeler. Like, I got Dead by Daylight when it was an early access. I'm pretty sure it was an early... I was an early adopter. I thought this was a cool concept. And the first 3, like, villains that they released, wonderful concepts. I loved the Trapper. I loved the Chainsaw Guy. Like, I loved that. Now there's, like, 50,000 villains, and they all have these super teleporting abilities. They're super overpowered. And the community is all about doing memes and bullying people and bad sportsmanship. And I can't stand the community as a whole. I will never go back to Dead by Daylight. I'm sick in general of bad sportsmanship in gaming has just become so rampant, and it's the fault of like Call of Duty and Counter-Strike and Overwatch and all these places that have all these super toxic people that encourage you to trash talk and be jerks and do all these terrible things. These gaming companies need to spend a little bit more time policing their communities, banning people for bad language, for their comms, and getting it under control so there's not such a gross and terrible community. Like, even Helldivers 2, which I spend a lot of time in the community because I make a lot of content for the community, when they did, like, their Discord, I can't recommend anyone ever join the Discord because there's so much rudeness and toxicity and awfulness that I can't recommend it in good conscience to anyone because it's such a terrible experience to join those Discords. And that sucks. I would love for more people to join the Discord and get involved in making content and shaping the game and talking about the game and all those sort of things. And it just simply can't happen because it's such a gross community. For Honor has a terrible community too. That I believe. That I would definitely believe. I also, and this is gonna be like the most minor gripe of all time. I understand that no one else cares but me, but I really dislike that if you're playing as the samurai, one of like the samurai's execute moves is he will give your character a sword so they can do like the harikiri take yourself out thing that was, you know, like in a lot of Japanese fiction and things like that. I understand why that exists, and I understand like what they're going for, but if you use it like on the Crusade characters who are clearly, oh, that was the wrong button, clearly Christian, like that goes so much against Christian theology. Like I don't like that they can force your character to do that, if that makes sense. I really that rubs me the wrong way. And again, I know that's a stupid complaint, but I really do hate that. I'm not going to play For Honor for a myriad of reasons, but that is on the list of reasons I won't play the game. I don't like being forced to take that action. I really wish that you could turn that off. Maybe they've turned off executes by now or give you the option to turn it off, so maybe they have, but back in the day you couldn't, and I think that's just, I really dislike that. So the worst community is the Stardew Valley community to me. Happy, cozy people arguing about the best spouse. I'm surprised how big the Stardew community is, and especially the modding scene. It's so weird to see how many strange mods. There's all the weird grandpa mods. There's like the town turns into anime, the town turns into vampires, the town turns into zombies.
Requesting air support.
Like the modding community is so strong for Stardew still. I'm surprised they haven't moved on. Same thing for like Borderlands though, right? People still make active mods for Borderlands. Heck, people still make mods for Doom 1 from 1993, so those dedicated fan bases, that's something else. Those are a terribly scary community to people who are still making content for a game that's over 30 years old now. But I love it. I love Doom, so you make more content for me, please. I also heard someone made a roguelike Dungeons and Dragons experience, which sounds really exciting. I'm really excited to try a roguelike Dungeons and Dragons game. Cryzen Switch, no mods. Speaking of Switch, apparently GameStop has released their pricing. It looks like they are giving $125 is what the rumor is. If you trade in your regular Switch 1 to a Switch 2, they'll give you 125 bucks towards the Switch 2.
Heavy. Southeast. 50 meters.
Which honestly might not be a bad deal. Like, I got my Switch pretty much on release. So that thing's been through it. Like, I don't even know if it's worth $125, honestly. So if you're interested in the Switch 2, you have options.
Calling down the support weapon.
This is Pelican 1.
Switch Lite is only worth $100 apparently.
Pelican 1 landing in progress.
Which, if we're making handhelds, if everyone's making handhelds again, and that seems to be the craze because Xbox is making one, Steam made one. The OLED, I think they were giving 175 for the OLED, if I remember correctly. Now that everyone's on the handheld craze, I think it's time for Tiger Electronics to come back. You know, they made those terrible handhelds back in the day. I think it's time that we get the Tiger handheld electronics back in the mix now that everyone's super into handhelds. Yeah, the painful part about the Switch 2 is definitely the pricing. You're absolutely right on that. There's no way that Mario Kart, whatever it is, Mario Kart 10, Mario Kart 9, I don't even remember what it is. There's no way that's worth $80. There's no way that Donkey Kong is going to be worth that. There's no way that it's worth playing Breath of the Wild again for full price or for a $10 or $20 upgrade. Like, there's just no way those games are worth it. No way in the slightest. The handheld saga is the best, but I'm curious to see what comes next, right? The Switch revolutionized it. What comes next, though? What is going to be the next big craze that takes down the Steam Deck, that takes down the Switch 2? Hopefully, virtual reality. I would love to see more love for virtual reality, but something tells me the virtual reality craze is still not there yet, unfortunately. I would love for it to be, but it is not. So... all right. Unfortunately, it is Monday, which means I've got to get ready to do some chores and get ready for work. So as always, let's do our prayer and get ready to end the day. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, forgive me, for I am a sinner. Forgive me for all of my trespasses. Forgive me for all that I do wrong. As we continue going past the Easter season, as we think about the hope, the resurrection, how Jesus died for all of our sins, and think about all the wrong we do every single day, Lord, forgive us all. Lord, we pray for the soul of Pope Francis as he is now passed into the final reward. Lord, help to guide us all on earth as we go through this time of selecting another pope, as we go through this hard time in the church. Lord, help Pope Francis and help us all. We pray for the souls in purgatory, the souls who've been forgotten, the souls who have no one left to pray for them. Lord, help them. And once again, Lord, we pray for forgiveness, and we pray for healing of the world, whether it be physical illness, mental illness, whether it be war, poverty. There's so much going on in the world. Lord, please be with us and help to guide us down the path that leads us to heaven. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this morning. Thank you for hanging out. I will be streaming again on Wednesday morning. Have a blessed day. Hopefully your work day or school day or whatever it is, it goes by quickly, and have a good start to the week.